Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's almost 10 o'clock, and we got some severe weather around. This is the complex of severe thunderstorms that we've been watching here. You can see it blowing up over Pennsylvania, and this might wind up tracking over Long Island or southern and western parts of Long Island. We're going to look at the radar in a moment. Let's first go to the smoke situation. I'm just going to back this up so you can see all the smoke that was over our area here. And this is all wildfire smoke. Look at how thick that is. This is visible. Can I go back a little more? Yeah. Look at that very visible wildfire smoke there. A very thick, very bad air quality today. You can see that there's clear air to the north, and this kind of shows you where this front is kind of stuck, which is right over here. So this front is actually stuck like this, right over here. And north of it, you have clearer air and cooler and less humid conditions. But anyway, let's get to the latest on the radar with these storms. Yeah, they look pretty bad. Here we go. This is what we got going on. It looks like they will be possibly, it looks like they're mainly going to be heading for New Jersey, central New Jersey, and maybe Staten Island and parts of Brooklyn. Let's see if we can get the radar. The radar does not want to work. Are you kidding me? In the middle of a thing, we have no radar. That's unbelievable. All right, well, we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings and flash flood warnings in effect for these. It's very annoying that the radar is not working. Typical National Weather Service website, not working. Nothing. Let me see if I can get it to work from the other site. This is kind of important that we get the radar on here. There we go. All right, so whatever. The Upton one does not want to show the radar, but here we go. And you can see all these severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. So let's track this here. We can get it in motion. That would be good. So we get an idea of what's... Like I said, I hate what they did with the radar here. You know I hate it. You can clearly see... we need to see the movement of these storms to figure out where they're heading. So we need that loop. Here we go. So it looks like we may catch the northern edge of it, perhaps, or it's going to dive just to the south of us. But you can clearly see this line right here that is this very, very fast-moving line of complex of thunderstorms that appears to be heading for central New Jersey, New York City, and maybe even our area. And there's a lot of lightning with these, too. If you look here, you'll see tremendous amounts of lightning over New Jersey right here. This is off to the west here. It looks like a good amount of lightning, actually, from these storms that is developing right here off to the west of the city. So the question is, will they hold together by the time they get to us? That is the question that we're going to have to figure out. But there is a tremendous amount of lightning going on right now. Looking at the MODIS, again, this shows the smoke. You can see the smoke over our area, and then the clearer sky off to the north there. And these thunderstorms are firing up along this stalled frontal boundary. Looking at the current conditions outside right now, it's a warm, muggy night. The humidity's come down a little bit. I see higher humidity in Jersey, so that might mean more fuel for these storms. And you can see some wind gusts from the north, and temperatures dropping into the 70s over here with these storms. And you got numerous severe thunderstorm warnings and flash flood warnings in effect with these. For Long Island, we're in the upper 70s. 79 with a dew point of 63 at Farmingdale, 75 with a dew point of 64 at Islip. No sea breeze today, west and northwest winds. For some reason, West Hampton down to 64. I can't believe they're getting radiational cooling tonight, but they are. And then if we go down into Jersey, Toms River also actually a little cooler there, 75, but the dew point is higher at 71. So let's take a look at what these high temperatures were today. Pretty sure it's going to be fairly uniform across the area. Let's see what these... There was no sea breeze today at all. So let's see. 85 at Farmingdale, 84 at Islip, 84 Shirley. I don't see a high for West Hampton showing up in here. 83 at West Hampton. You can see not much of a sea breeze. Everybody's pretty much in the mid-80s today. 86 at LaGuardia, 88 at JFK. Let's see what it was in the city. 82 at Central Park. Because I have all those trees, it keeps them cooler. But if we go into Newark, it was 86 there. So mid-80s in Jersey as well. Maybe a few upper 80s as well. Let's see what Toms River got up to today. our usual hot spot in Jersey. Let's see what it got up to. 88 at Lakehurst, 87 in Toms River, so still a little hotter, and even right on the water, 90 at Seaside Park. So, yeah, no sea breeze at all anywhere today. It was a brutal day with the killer west wind. So let's get to the Hurricane Center now, and talk about the latest with these tropical systems, because we've got a number to watch. We have one coming off the Cape. We have one coming off Africa, another one watching the Bahamas here, and then another one. This is Tropical Storm Nicholas. And let's get to the latest because it's about to make landfall. Nicholas is going to bring heavy rain, strong winds, and storm surges to portion of the central and upper Texas coasts. As of 7 p.m., its location 28.1 north, 96.2 west, about 35 miles south-southwest of Matagorda, Texas. Maximum sustained winds are 70 miles an hour, so it's very close to becoming a hurricane. Moving north-northeast at 12 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure, 988 millibars, or 29.18 inches. In fact, they might have another update, and it might be a hurricane in the next update. Don't be surprised. This is additional strengthening is possible, and they say Nicholas could become a hurricane when it reaches the Texas coast. Then weakening is expected. And it's a large storm. Two tropical storm force winds extend out to 115 miles from the center. A weather flow station at Matagorda Bay recently reported a sustained wind of 55 miles an hour with a wind gust of 71. Wow, that's impressive. That is impressive. And let's go to the weather and let's go to the cone here. So you get an idea of the cone here. And this is going to be affecting, unfortunately, the Gulf Coast again. And the main issue with this storm is going to be a lot of rain. It's going to be moving slow. You can see, look at how long it takes. From Monday to Tuesday, it barely moves. It's still it doesn't leave Texas until Wednesday. So Texas is this part of Texas, which gets a lot, has been flooded before, like Houston and stuff. They're going to really have to be concerned about this. Because there's a potential for a lot of rain. And this is the rainfall potential here. You could see 6 to 10 inches of rain possible in parts of these areas. So this is not a good situation at all. There will be more flooding again. And some of these areas are still trying to clean up from Ida, and they're going to have to deal with another storm on top of that. So what a mess. Let's go to the... Let's go to the weather and hazards map. I shouldn't have closed that down because I want to show you some of the observations from that area if we can. The Weather Service site being very slow again. I'll go to Tropical Tidbits too because we need to look at a couple of things here. The models here, storm info, and then I'll take this light and look at all that lightning too. I'm going to keep that open too. So let's we got to watch these storms and we got to watch this storm. It looks like we've got tropical storm warnings in it. Or are those hurricane warnings? Let's see. We have a hurricane warning here. Let's see. Or is that a tropical? I think it's tropical storm warning. Oh, I got to go to the thing. I don't know. It's acting very slow. I'm sorry. It really is. Let me go here. So we have a tropical storm warning in effect. Not a hurricane warning, but a tropical storm warning. But if it becomes a hurricane, then it could be a hurricane. A hurricane watch is in effect. So we've got, for this area, we've got tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches in effect. Let's look at some of these observations here, because there are actually a good amount of weather stations over here that we can look at. And you can see, here we go, this oil platform's got a wind gust up to 55 miles an hour. And this one, too, has a wind gust up to 55 miles an hour. And 58 mile an hour wind gust at Caliosus Municipal Airport. And then another 60 mile an hour wind gust at Port O'Connor. So this is probably going to start to knock out power with these strong winds. The storm, we didn't think it was going to become a hurricane, but I think it could become a hurricane. Let's take a look at the latest satellite image of this. Go to this, and we'll go to storms. Nicholas. This is Nicholas looking healthy. You can see some bursts of convection right there for it making landfall. Yep, there it is. So a strengthening storm upon landfall is not good, and it looks like it's going to be making landfall very shortly, actually, probably tonight. So it's the problem is it's a slow-moving storm as well. So let's go to Tropical Tidbits as well. Let me open this up, Tropical Tidbits, and look at this map right here, and you see that convection still ongoing. It looks like it's very close to making landfall if it hasn't already. And it's going to be causing a lot of problems, that's for sure. If we look at the power outage map, let's see what we got down there in Texas and see if there is power is already going out. And it is. We have 21,000 customers without power. And Matagorda County already looks like their power grid is almost a complete blackout already. They're in the red. And then Calhoun County also. So big mess here with this storm Nicholas. And then we got to watch the severe weather heading for our area, too. Here's the latest radar again on it. And you'll see here that it looks like it could be heading for us, or it may just miss us just to our southwest, perhaps. But it's got eyes on us. I would say if you slice Nassau on the southwestern half and that into two halves, the southwestern part of it could see these storms, and they're moving pretty quick, so they're not going to really have time to weaken too much. So let's go to the models here, and. Actually, I got to watch these storms as well, so do that. And then, of course, there's Nicholas here as well. So let's go to the models here. You see the stalled out boundary here that we're going to be dealing with. High tries to build down tomorrow. We try to get it back to a front through for tomorrow. And then we have this another front that's going to stall out over us as we get into Thursday and Friday. That could bring us some rain. And a low forms just offshore, perhaps. A tropical system just offshore that should stay offshore. Then high hopefully tries to build in by the weekend. All right. Let's get a little closer. Let's go to the HRRR model, and the 0 is the HRRR, which I'm glad we have, showing you modeling these storms. And it does seem to dissipate them as they get to Long Island. It kind of falls apart, but that can be misleading. We'll have to see if that actually happens or not. So we're going to be dealing with some rain, or maybe some severe strong thunderstorms tonight. And then tomorrow, it's dry, no precipitation. Maybe an isolated shower thunderstorm tomorrow night in parts of New Jersey. And then here comes this front as it gets closer for Wednesday. And this could trigger some showers and thunderstorms into the evening hours. You can see one that's popping up right over there. All right. Looking at our dew points, it's going to stay humid. You can see the humidity, but you can see we're on this boundary here, and it actually tries to push the backdoor front through, literally stuck right over New York City, so it's possible some of this drier air might bleed into Long Island tomorrow. We might see some lower dew points with some easterly winds tomorrow, and that'll feel a lot better. But then Wednesday, we're back into the south flow again, and dew points shoot up to 70 or higher. So the backdoor front tries to bring in a little relief according to the HRRR. Here's the temperature, and you'll see here a big difference in temperatures here. Jersey going to be 85 to 90, whereas Long Island will probably be maybe upper 70s and low 80s. So a lot better. But then Wednesday, we'll have a strong south flow, so Long Island should get a decent sea breeze and avoid the heat that we dealt with today. We'll probably be in the low 80s. But Jersey, you're going to be 85 to 90 for Wednesday. And you can see this front approaching here. All right. If we go to the GFS model, the GFS here. Here's the GFS, and GFS also similar for tomorrow as well. So you see Wednesday there, and then we kind of deal with this stall frontal boundary over our area. And like I said, we are out of range of the short range models, but it will keep the temperatures down with all these clouds around. And then by the weekend, we have upper 70s, and by Sunday, it could be quite warm again with mid 80s. And the dew points won't really be going down anytime soon. We'll be dealing with high dew points right through. There's that tropical system there, and then when it leaves, it may bring slightly less humidity for us the weekend. Slightly less, but it's still going to be humid, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And we're going to be dealing with the precipitation too. So if we look at the precipitation chances that we have here, and like I said, we only have really the GFS to work with this far out. We'll have a better idea tomorrow night what's going to happen with that front. You'll see that chance of showers and thunderstorms. As far as how much rain we could get, let's take a look. Total accumulated precip. Some areas could see an inch of rain, but nothing really drastic. It won't be raining all the time. It'll be like a showery kind of deal. All right. But one thing you will have are clouds, obviously. So tomorrow we'll have some sunshine, some clouds. And we'll have to watch the smoke, too. Here's Wednesday, decent amount of clouds. And here's some thick overcast conditions for Thursday and Friday. And then maybe Saturday, we can start clearing it out by the afternoon. And then here's Sunday. So at least Saturday it will not be a washout. It should not be. All right. Looking at the NAM, the skies. Let's go to the NAM. There is the NAM with the skies, and you'll see some clouds around tomorrow. It won't be a clear sky, but it'll be a little more comfortable out at least. And the same thing for Wednesday. We'll have some clouds as well. And then, of course, we're dealing with that chance of precipitation. If we go to the NAM 12, which will go to this 18Z because that's the only one I've got, that's going to go far enough out, you'll see here that there's that front, but you see it kind of just washes out. And that ridge just kind of takes over there. And that's the problem that we're going to have is this front is going to come and then it's going to kind of just wash out, stall out because of the jet stream, situation with having no jet stream again. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. But let's go and focus on the south central U.S. because this is where we're going to be dealing with with Nicholas. And you can see how slow it's moving. All right, on these models. This is the NAM. And you can see it loses its wind, but you can see it's just going to rain for a while. And when we look at the total accumulated precip on the rain, you'll see here that this is quite a bit of rain here. Some areas could see maybe a foot of rain here. And this is the problem when the storm is going to slow down. Once it's inland, the winds will decouple, but the rain will continue. And it's going to continue for quite some time. And that's going to be a big problem. And if we look at the GFS, you can see a similar deal. Again, so a lot of rain for this area. It's not a good situation at all. New Orleans as well, plenty of rain, adding to already a rough situation for them as they deal with Nicholas. Let's go look at these thunderstorms again. Going to refresh this and see where they are now. So you can see here we go. It looks like they're starting to weaken a little bit, but there's still some bright purples over New Jersey. And then we have another line to watch. So I don't know if this is going to affect our area or not. Another line that's coming in over Buffalo. You can see where the front is. You can see it's stalled out right there. So we're going to be dealing with the stall front syndrome, I guess. Again, if you really want that nice weather, you're going to go into New England. They're going to have some nice cooler weather, but I think Long Island will get a little taste of it tomorrow, I think. Let's go look at the latest radar here and see if there are any warnings out for these storms. And yes, warnings have now popped up for it looks like Staten Island and the offshore waters south of Brooklyn. So I'm surprised if Brooklyn and maybe parts of southern Queens get into this, but I think we'll miss out on the severe part of this storm on Long Island, but New Jersey certainly won't. Still got a lot of lightning going on in New Jersey. But you can see most of this is going off to the south, so I don't think we're going to see. Any severe thunderstorms on Long Island, but we're not completely out of the woods yet. But like I said, I felt today that the potential was more over New Jersey than over Long Island. But that is going to wrap up this weather update again. If you are in New Jersey, be prepared for some strong to severe thunderstorms tonight. Brooklyn and also southwestern part of Nassau County, perhaps getting into some of this as well. It's going to be it for this weather update. Take care and thanks for watching. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Don't stop the video. Some of you turned it off. I still got to do the smoke. Oh, all right. Let's do this. Let's do the smoke here. All right, so this is the smoke model here that we have for you. This is all we have, but it looks like tomorrow we'll continue to deal with some smoke, it looks like. So no relief from the smoke. But anyway, now I can wrap up the video. Thanks for watching.